Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Tom Plays Factorio for absolute beginners. We are, well, got a few things to fix, but mostly going to concentrate on defence because I'm getting very worried about it. I have been reminded, and I do think this is worth mentioning, that the setup I've done here with 1 pump, 1 boiler, 1 steam engine, you can actually run more than that. And it's definitely worth experimenting with the steam engines, especially how many you can put in a line. I normally do that for nuclear. Don't always bother for coal, but maybe I'll actually try it this time. Just next time we're low on power. But I think we're not too bad. Getting there though. So we'll see. It's worth experimenting with anyway. How many steam engines you can actually fit on there. I'll certainly be using more than one per nuclear power station when we get to them. Right, so one thing I did need to fix was the feed for this. I need the iron sticks and the copper. That should be copper wire, won't it? Yeah. Okay, so no major issue there. Just need to bring those back in. So iron stick should be especially easy. And then copper. How are we going to do copper? And you get a little cramped space here. Just thinking if I send the, because I didn't have any run up there, if I send the steel underground, I can just move this to the side. And hopefully that will actually get us making some big electric poles finally. Okay, next problem. Getting copper to here. Now we could just split off from there. I'm a little reluctant because it tends to be, I mean, it's backing up a little now, but it's not backing up much. We do in theory have a spare one of these, so I could just run that over potentially. Missing gear wheels again. Hopefully this will start improving as the amount of iron we're getting starts to get a bit better. Okay, so in theory we could just run along here. So maybe I should rename this to like Tom Plays Factorio Chaotically and Inefficiently. Probably be too long a name. Now am I going to be able to get under there? Oh, I am. That is kind of surprising. And I've run out already. Okay. Still. Looks like it will work, which is good. Probably going to have to pick up straight from the underground belt, which I don't really like doing because it feels like it shouldn't work even though it does. Right. Just wondering if there were any of these I could replace that would include that, but I don't think there are. Not to worry. That's fine. Right, so I just need an underground belt. No problem. Okay, problem. Need some iron plates. And you still have plenty of copper anyway, so nothing to worry about there. Right, that's good. And your steel comes from there. Right, brilliant. So broadly good. Main problem that we've got is there's no feed for coal down here, which is fine. So maybe I should just try to fix that while it's dark, and then we will go and sort out the military stuff once it's no longer dark. Alright, so let's send you underground as far as I can, which apparently is not very far anymore. Or maybe it never was. We just make another splitter. And in theory, I think we have a feed for coal. So we no longer have to remake these manually. Which is brilliant. Right, progress. Okay, and it's now daytime. So, how are we for ammunition? We are terrible for ammunition. This is a problem with going for the armour-piercing rounds. Yeah, so we've got tons of these. So maybe I'll just take some of these. Because what I want to do now is put down just the odd gun turret towards the south. Just near anything important. Because we're probably going to end up getting attacked long before I have time to completely cover the perimeter. So let's just stick a couple of these out. Okay, so now the big problem is going to be ammunition, I think. So that's partly a steel problem, and partly just a, well, apparently it's a copper problem as well. Partly just an everything problem, I suppose. Okay, well, the copper problem I can very easily sort out. Don't need copper there. Let's get rid of this copper wire. And this, so I'm only carrying one. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of iron down there. This iron is heavily backed up. Just kind of making me wonder whether we could use that to make more steel. To be fair though, I mean, we have a steel production. The problem really is more to do with the amount of iron we're producing altogether. Probably because a lot of the mines are still here, although that is going to change as they run out. So maybe I shouldn't worry too much about it. Maybe I should start worrying more about the perimeter wall and getting iron to that. Not iron, ammunition. So the plan is to start a perimeter wall all the way up here. And I'm going to want a constant supply of ammunition going to the wall. So essentially what we're going to be looking at is one extremely long transport belt. Full of ammunition. So essentially we just need to connect up the supply of ammo to that, and then hopefully each gun turret will only need a little bit of ammo, but they'll be constantly resupplied, and we're ultimately going to want the entire thing to go in a big circle. Isn't always possible, but I think it should be possible here. We also at some point want to develop railways and find an alternative source of copper, but that'll be much easier with radar. And I don't want to activate radar until we're reasonably well defended. So, yeah. Brilliant. Lots to do. Just get our numbers of inserters up. At some point we're also going to get the advanced material processing working. So, how best to do it first? Right, okay, so I might just go the easy route first and just dump a load of iron in the steel furnaces, just to try and get our amount of ammunition up, especially. We are not getting enough copper and it's backing up. So this reveals the problem with my putting a gun turret here. I'm obviously going to have to redo all these anyway. But yeah, should have given myself some more leeway. So these are really good because you can just fill them with ammunition. They don't need any power. And they'll just fire at anything within range. So, as a makeshift defense, pretty effective really. Have a little bit of coal while I go and... oh, hang on, that's not right. While I go and get what I need for the long-armed transporter. Probably mostly iron. Might as well pick up some gear wheels though. Just make a few of these. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Finally got some big electric poles, which is good because finally going to start using them. Okay. Iron plates. Need more iron plates. Okay, so actually we'd be better off going as far to the right as possible-ish, to avoid getting in the way of the furnaces. Which is fine, but we're going to need far more transport belts. Once again. These are all still going on. It's hard to believe the mines up there could have run out just yet. Probably not too concerned about that not producing coal, honestly. I think we've pretty much got coal being transported where we need it now. Copper is still... actually, is it backing up or are we slowly going through it? I think we're slowly going through it. So yeah, we probably don't need another furnace right now. Let's get a full group of grenades, should we need them. And it looks like the advanced material processing is about to hit, so I'm about to have to redo everything. Fabulous. On the plus side, it will speed things up. Right, so that's given us a steel furnace. I have a feeling this might be a straight replacement, actually. It's the electric furnace that's bigger, and also doesn't need coal. But we'll see. So I'm going to set them off on the military science pack as the next thing. So we want steel plates and stone bricks. Right, the steel furnace is also, I believe, an ingredient later on, unless that's changed. So we actually need stone bricks. Interesting. So those aren't just for walls anymore. Okay. So in that case, do I want to use the same one? Probably wouldn't hurt for now. I know though, maybe I should run a coal line down here. Make sure we're making enough. Oh, that's ironic. I'm going to use stone furnaces to make steel furnaces. Of course. Okay, so we need stone bricks. Which is fine. I'm going to need steel. Also fine. Just going to need another electric mining drill. Okay, and then I need some kind of assembling machine. To make steel furnaces, and to start with, because at the moment they're not an ingredient, we're just going to stick them in an iron chest. At some point that might well become a conveyor belt. We need coal. Of course we need coal. Right. Well, I don't really want to run the coal right through there. So, minor nuisance. Well, not too bad. It'd probably be easier to take a feed from here, actually. It's just that it needs to get on this side. Which is annoying. Or we could just reverse the coal and stone, and this could be the coal feed. And then it's just power. Nope, not there. Here. A couple of long-armed bricks. You can also have all the stone I'm carrying and the coal. So I don't think I really need them at the moment. And in theory, that should now be making our steel furnaces. Hopefully. At least if I put an inserter in, it will. So I'm technically cheating a bit because I think at least that becomes an ingredient later on. So rather than just making them by hand, I figured we'd stockpile a few. Right, so let's test this idea that these are just straight replacements. Interesting. We're actually... yeah. So we can literally just swap these in, which is great because I believe they should be faster. Coal. Right, it would appear that 2 coal mines is no longer enough. So, we're missing electronic circuits, right? I've probably got a whole bunch of those. Which we keep over here. So this is a terrible place to put a coal mine, but hopefully that just means it will run out quickly and then we can go on to the next level. Aha! Right, so the yellow there, and those are turning yellow, that means we're not producing enough power. So let's try tacking another steam engine on as an experiment. Do we have anywhere that's making pipes, or are we just doing that manually for now? Guess it's a good opportunity to use the Alt key. Can I see any pipes? Kind of thinking no. I'll probably be watching this back later and wondering how I managed to fail to spot them. But it doesn't really matter, we can just make them out of iron. So let's just try tacking another steam engine on the end of one of these. Looks like it was powered anyway. Power output, not bad. Just as good as the others. So yeah, absolutely confirmed. 2 is certainly fine. No, still not producing enough iron there, but that is because most of our mines are still down here and really I want them moving up there. So that is absolutely fine for now. Let's see. I want to keep picking up gun turrets. How are we doing? Let's keep moving this ammunition further up. That works. I think I mentioned before I don't really like to flatten cliffs. I prefer to kind of keep them as they were. So in a lot of ways it'd make more sense to go straight to the perimeter wall from where we are. But of course at the moment there is no perimeter wall there. So I'm just going to be horribly inefficient as usual and just connect them up this way. Just double check on this mine, make sure all is working as it should be. It does appear to be. So that's fine. Okay, good. Might grab some more regular ammunition if we've got some in the box. And just put down another gun turret, because I'm still paranoid that we're going to be attacked. So if I stick one down here just to protect the copper mine. I'll just give it all the regular ammunition. Everything's still going. Looks that way. Right. Steel furnaces. We should start replacing the rest. I believe they're just better. So there's no reason not to swap them all out, so we'll start with these because these are the ones which are backed up. Although I think that's partly down to still not getting enough coal. So I might need to start on the second layer, for which I'm going to need transport belts. However, while I'm passing, I could just grab a little bit of coal. Dump it in a couple of these. Actually, is that backing up? That looks like it's backing up. So it might actually be fine. Yeah, it's literally just this bit that looks like it isn't, but it's actually going through. Okay, so no need to worry. Everything is good. You just make me a bunch more transport belts. Grab gear wheels and iron. Grab the transport belts. Should probably put a fast inserter on that thing. But really, I know I keep saying this, but I shouldn't keep topping them up. Most of it is about addressing things at the source. Going for the extreme of inefficiency, just building them by hand. But I want to make sure this is actually working. So, how are we going to do this? Well, to start with, it's not going to work yet, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. Let's start there. get out of a direct line. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. I can use regular inserters for these two, but I'm definitely going to need a fast inserter for this one, just to be on the safe side. And we're going to want big pylons. So these can basically run a wire a really long distance. So anytime you're having to cover a really long distance electrically, you want to use these, by and large. Should probably connect up to the mine, really. Or at least just to the pylons down here. There we go. The natives won't attack these. There are a number of things the natives won't attack. But the big pylons are a big one, because you tend to stretch them across effectively enemy territory, or at least territory that you're not necessarily protecting. So hopefully, if I connect this up, all of these gun turrets will become live. So they should only fill up to a certain level. There we go. And this is basically how I'm planning to do a perimeter for the main base. And the wall goes in front. Nice and simple. Very basic. So in theory, once we have this in a ring, these will just go round and round and be available to whoever needs them. So, yeah, that's done. Might actually stop there. I'm quite pleased that that's finished. So, yeah, it's going to take a very, very long time to build this perimeter. As you can see, it's far more visible now the wall's there. I'm not sure how far we're going to extend it, but I wouldn't be surprised if I end up deciding to include that iron mine as well as part of the perimeter. But, as I think I said at the beginning, you can never have too much space in this game. Obviously, if we make it too big, we might find bases start to spawn inside, potentially. Unless they need natives to go in. So possibly not, but we'll deal with that. But yeah, it's a start anyway. We've got a few more gun turrets. I think I might have picked up some regular ammo, so might actually make a few more gun turrets down at the bottom. I need more piercing rounds. But on the whole, things are looking a bit better. And at least I've made a start on this now, so we can start extending it. We definitely need to start producing more armor piercing rounds, especially because it looks like the military science is going to need them as well. Although you don't need this for every discovery, whereas the red and the green vials you tend to need for everything. The military science is a little less essential, but we will cover that next time. For now, I'm going to stop there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.